Hi, this is Ashio, and today we are going to talk about In Clothes Called Fat. And this was quite a lot of effort to get through. Not because it isn't good, because it is a good one, but at the same time, it's quite heavy. It's quite a lot to process and get through. So, In Clothes Called Fat, basically the title, it pertains to how the main character, Noko, she's like a professional woman, works in the office, has like a regular everyday job, and she's currently overweight and she's having a little bit of trouble with her personal life. She kind of, because she's overweight, people make remarks, people are mean to her, and it's been getting noticeably worse in recent times. Like there's a line in here where she feels as though she's wearing a leotard of flesh, and that's not a good headspace to be in if you're perceived yourself as being overweight in that fashion. And that's kind of how the manga starts. People bully her at work because of her weight. Her boyfriend, he's cheating on her. Her longtime boyfriend's cheating on her. And basically, everyone's okay with it. It's not a happy start, and it doesn't really get any better. So, the author, Mayoko Anno, she's kind of known for doing like a lot of josei manga. And this is one volume. It's all in one go, so it's not like a long series. You can read it in one sitting. And it's not like a story where you have a beginning, your regular narrative, and a happy ending. It's not that kind of manga. This is a character study on a person who's quite destructive in what she wants to do with herself, and all the people around her are pretty toxic. And it's just a tough time. Life is tough. There's maybe like one character in here who I would probably like to meet and say hello in person. Everybody else, like she's got her own troubles. Anoko, our main character, but she's not a nice person. Her motivations are kind of like they're kind of based on her insecurities, and they manifest itself in through her gaining weight. And then when she starts to seek like help and losing weight, then she kind of gets into like making herself throw up, and she goes to the other extreme. So the whole idea of it that her losing weight would give her happiness, it's not what it's about, because her personality is the thing that needs help. It's nothing to do whether she's fat or thin. It's just about her mentality and her sense of self-worth. And everybody around her exploiting her. And the people around her, they like the fact that she's fat and feeling miserable, because that means that they can look down on her as well. This is quite harsh stuff. Oh, I didn't mention before, this is for adults only. It's got an 18 plus rating on the back here. Yeah, 18 plus. And that is because of the nature of how basically nudity shows up. Like the main character's physicality and like women's bodies in general are discussed in a way that is quite honest and explicit and open, and you will see things. So be aware of that. If that kind of thing bothers you in your media, you can't take it to work. And the whole thing's kind of, it's a bit of a horror, to be honest. It's quite a horrible thing. Not about so much being fat or being disliked or being bullied, but because of the cyclical nature of these characters. Like it doesn't matter what actually changes with them, they're broken. They're broken from the top down, and unless they identify that and fix themselves through their personality, it doesn't matter what they do otherwise. So if one person's being bullied and they leave, they'll find somebody else to bully. If one person's gonna self-harm in one way because they're making themselves overweight in an unhealthy fashion, then they're going to self-harm themselves in another way by making themselves throw up. The main character's weight is just kind of the means to get through this kind of character analysis, and it's tough times. It is very good. It's very interesting, and some people might find it unappealing and a little bit ugly, but that's kind of the point. Like these people are living their lives. They're all adults. They're all way past that whole what I'll develop myself in high school. They're in that rut, and how do they get out of that rut? This manga doesn't have the answers because that's just how life can be when you're battered every day by life. If this sounds too much like a downer for you, and maybe I'm discouraging people from away from this book, no, that's not true at all. It is basically for someone who's ready for it. If you're not ready for it, you're not going to enjoy it. But if you are ready for it, you'll see something that we don't get to see too much often. Like we do get the occasional josei, but they're generally like shoujo but a little bit higher up, so that the relationships go that little bit further, and the people, instead of being at like high school, they're actually got jobs and stuff. So this is like the proper next level josei. This is like people who have fully developed, they've got their experiences, they've got their jobs, they've got their lives, And life doesn't stop. It was published by Vertical quite a few years ago. You'll notice on this channel, I will go back in time quite a lot and check out a lot of the older titles because, you know, these books need to be read. But yeah, they did do a couple more josei titles. I'm sure in time I'll probably check those out as well. It's not a title that you kind of like enjoy. It's not like fun, but it's something you will think that was worth reading. I wouldn't recommend it to everybody. If you just want fun times and action, you're not going to get this here. But this is like quite a serious comic. There's not a lot of fun in here, but it's good. It's very well made, and what it does well. It's proper drama, and it's a very worthwhile edition. It's only one volume. Come on, man. And yeah, this is in close call with that. But yeah, in time, I want to check out more Mayoko Anno titles. I've got a couple on the shelf. Maybe I can get around to them in due course. But for now, this is Usho signing off, and hopefully I'll see you next time.